Here are 2 red flags and 1 green flag to consider when you're looking at a church. Red flag number 1, they insist that they have the truth and everybody else is wrong. This is a common practice in a lot of churches. They claim that they have the proper theology and everybody else is misguided. These kind of churches aren't interested in learning, they're only interested in compliance. As such, you won't be able to grow here, you're only going to become better at conforming. They'll claim that their church hasn't changed over time, but it definitely has. Any church that's been around for longer than 30 years has had some sort of theological shift. That's just the way that church bodies work. So to lie about that history from the start, that's a huge red flag to me. Red flag number 2, there's no accountability structure. Let's say you see the pastor having an inappropriate relationship with a member. Who can you go to? Is there a board or a council that will take these claims seriously, or will they just sweep it under the rug and claim that it's not a big deal? If that happens, is there some larger structure, such as a synod, that this pastor and church can be held accountable to? If there is a larger body, what's that larger body's track record when one of their clergy is accused of misconduct? Do they fully cooperate with the courts, or do they try and shield their clergy? Unfortunately, some clergy behave really poorly, and if there's no accountability structure, then it's not a church, it's really just a cult. Finally, let's get to green flag number 1. You see this in conservative and progressive churches, actually. Green flag number 1 is that they serve their communities. Not in a way that gets them press, not in some grandiose way, one Sunday a year, but rather in a meaningful, ongoing way. It's kind of hard to measure because not everybody is advertising it, but it shows that this church has a purpose beyond just survival. They don't just gather to raise money for their building. It's a huge green flag when a church is community service oriented, and that would be a church that I'd want to be a part of. So what do you think? What did I miss?